Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mecha Will Live Show. Today is June 1st, 2020, and some things have been going on in the world recently. Things that are unsettling, to say the least. So, I'm not sure how many of you guys know this already, but I live around Santa Monica, California, where we had some protests yesterday. And these protests have been going on night after night, different cities, not just Santa Monica. And it's rough. It's rough. It's a rough thing. Like, this week is rough. You know, I was going to do a stream on Sunday, starting the game that we're going to play today, but I just wasn't... Well, one, I was out there protesting, so I had a big question of, what am I supposed to do? There's a time and a place for, like, games and distractions, and I know that's kind of what people come here for, and, there's no reason to take that away, I suppose, except for, the stuff that's happening right now, you ought to pay attention to. And I've been paying attention a lot to it, and it's been impacting me a lot. Most of my days right now are, fixated on the news, fixated on the riots and the protesting, and the address from the White House today. So it feels weird. It feels almost a little disingenuous, or a little, yeah, it's a little wrong, to set up a stream today and just kind of do things like we've been doing them. On the other hand, I normally fall into a pattern sometimes of not following through on things, and I want to make sure I follow through. And so, we're here today to do a stream, and to have fun playing games, like we do. But it's just a weird time. It's a weird time, and it's impacting my neighborhood, like very close to my neighborhood, right outside the door, Like, I'm not as removed as maybe some of you might be from it. And that's just been on my brain, even now, like today, I can hear the sirens happening out there. I can hear the looting. Hello, Bloodvein, and welcome in, by the way. Good to see you. It is new. It's just a little, well, one, I've got a little preamble I just wanted to get through before we started. And then two, it's some fresh content today. You're absolutely correct. We've got some new stuff today if you're looking at the stream name. I was saying earlier, this was something I had planned for Sunday, but I wasn't able to do. I was actually a part of one of the protests out here in Santa Monica, the peaceful, marches. Yeah, it's just weird. I'm trying to, fit these two weird parts of my life, this entertainment part, and then this weird stuff happening in the real world right now. It just feels a little weird this week. Feels a little weird. So I wanted to come up and say, there's some pretty horrible stuff happening, and this isn't me trying to distract from it, If you're watching here, we're having fun. That's the idea. I'm going to have some more fun. But there's some really important stuff, going on right now. Anyway, that'll about do it, I suppose. So as you've seen today, we're going to start up a new playthrough. I had originally anticipated having later on in the week, there was a big PlayStation reveal of games. A lot of rumors about the sequel to Horizon. And I've been really excited. I started up a playthrough. This is a very similar story, by the way, to my Bloodborne playthrough. But, I started it up a long time ago, right when the game came out. I bought it. And I never got that far. Peaceful. Yeah, I mean, there was some bad stuff in Santa Monica. I mean, the thing is being down there in the crowds, it's pretty clear what's happening. It's like it's very clear, What I saw was sort of two major, protest groups, who were both being pretty peaceful. And then there's like a third group of just unrelated bad actors that come in and and loot and like destroy businesses and stuff like that, you know. But and so that happened, but it's people taking advantage of the situation. It has nothing to do with, you know, I mean, thousands of people that were there saying, hey, you know, this is peaceful. We're sitting down. We just need to like bring, you know, awareness about certain things. And it was very like respectable, you know. And yes, we got tear gassed. So, you know, even with peaceful protests, it got kind of ridiculous. But the third party made Santa Monica worse than it needed to be. There was a lot of looting and that stuff is not cool, obviously. So anyway, always on my mind. I always do that with a lot of games. Yeah, so that's happened to me. So, you know, Twitch here is basically, you know, holding a gun to my head telling me to play these games. So that's what I'm using it for anyway. Too messy to take sides. To each their own, you know. I mean, this is like, you know, make your decisions. But I just think awareness is key. You know, it's hard to say that, like, I mean, I'm sure most people are aware of what's going on right now, you know. But there's a lot of misinformation and there's a lot of strife. There's just a lot of struggle out there. And it's impacting all of us. You know, the laws that are going to be enacted, the stuff that's been said, it's all part of your living experience. And over here in California has been pretty crazy, you know. And this is on top of the coronavirus, on top of Ebola. You've got no idea what's happening right now. The 2020 is just imploding in on itself. You're doing me a favor playing this because you want to play it too? Sweet. Well, I hope to not spoil you. We are going to start basically from the intro. And I remember none of it. So we're going to pretend that, you know, this is a... whoops. Wrong one. There it is. We're going to pretend that... excuse me. That this is blind for like the first hour that I got through. And then the rest of it will be naturally and totally blind. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is a game I'm excited for, and I really wish, you know, we had that PlayStation event a little bit later on. But as they said on Twitter, a very similar sentiment. You know, they didn't want to take, they had to postpone it. So this was kind of the plan for PlayStation Week here. But I'm sure they'll have that event maybe next week or the week after, and so we'll still be playing PlayStation exclusives. And of the big PlayStation exclusives I've never gotten to, this is a huge one. So you can see I do have a continue there, but it ain't happening. Clearly haven't finished the game for New Game Plus. What, are you joking? Are you joking with me? So I would invite you guys before I start the recording for YouTube. I'd invite you guys to just, well, no, they should probably hear about that too, right? What are you talking about? Dude, it's been a whole weekend. It's been a long time since I've streamed. It always feels like a lifetime I come back to it. I also haven't decided yet, depending on where we are, like where the best place for this little sweetheart is. I don't know. Maybe let's default to the middle there. We always like the middle. Maybe. Is that the middle? I don't even know, dude. I'm guessing. I'm guesstimating right there. All right, cool. So we're about to start the game. We're also going to start this for actually, let's see real quick. I'll do my due diligence. I always take care of you guys, okay? Subtitles are on. Okay, cool. Already taken care of. Sounds fantastic. All right, let's give this a shot here.